contained in its founding charter. The UAN is a manifestation of the profound connection amongst indigenous peoples across the world, including African, Andean, American, European, Caribbean, Oceanic, and Asian regions, rooted in shared wisdom, sustainable practices, and deep reverence for the earth. The United Ancient Nations serves as an international cultural and diplomatic organization focused on uniting indigenous cultures globally. Our governance structure is council-based without territorial claims, led by a collective leadership through our General Secretariat. As a non-state entity with UN-style advocacy, we focus on several key areas: cultural and digital heritage preservation, indigenous diplomacy, revival of indigenous knowledge systems to solve humanity's problems, global peace, environmental preservation, health and wellness, sustained economic development, indigenous and cultural tourism. While the UAN represents numerous indigenous cultures, the United States of KAILASA serves as
Nithyanandam Paramashivoham Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadisham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami.
Yes, Nithyananda, all of you. So, welcome all of you after this powerful, beautiful darshan, revelations by Swamiji, especially when Swamiji was emphasizing on how the Paramadharta, not only at social level, not only at emotional level, not only at being level, but living the Paramadharta, radiating the Paramadharta at social level is so important. Ignoring the Paramadharta at social level is not going to work. When you are living the Paramadharta at the social level, that is going to build the KAILASA. Someone says it is people who build the KAILASA, people who live the Paramadharta at the social level. They are going to build the KAILASA and they live the KAILASA on the physical planet. That's why all the 6 levels of Paramadharta living is so much important. So bring it in your cognition and implement it in your cognition and enrich it to the people to live the Paramadharta, because only when the whole ecosystem lives the Paramadharta, you also live the Paramadharta. Because as Swami shares, you are affected by each and every one of us, each person who is around you. So when you live and enrich others for the Paramadharta, other person also gets enriched by the Paramadharta, and you also get enriched by them. So living Paramadharta at social level is very, very important. Ignoring that is not going to help. Only living the Paramadharta at emotional level or only living the Paramadharta with eyes closed is not going to help. All right. So with this powerful revelation, now we'll be entering into the power manifestation. So we'll be manifesting the power of third eye, seeing picture blindfolded. We, the Acharyas, will be projecting you an image on your screen, and through the power of third eye, see what is being revealed to you. Before that, we'd like to welcome each one of us who are here with us. We have Wei Chung Fang Aya, Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandam.
Shilingodvanaya, Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandamaya.
Jnana Pradayini, Nithyanandama.
Nithyanandama.
Sharmos, Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandamaya.
Ma Akhur Sarupni, Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandama.
Ma Nitya Sangha Shaktini, Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandama.
Jnana Prakashini, Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandama.
Ma Nitya Prema Tavasi, Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandama.
Ma Anumela, Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandama.
And also we have persons with the cameras off, requesting all of you to switch on your cameras. Ma Purushananda, Ma Parabrahm Sarupini, Ma Jyotikananda, Ma Anand Paramashakti, Ma Sari Chan, Ma Hip Fatima Florence, Wei Shozing, Ma Nitya Gunya, Ma Mahasatya, Param Satya, Ma Pratyaksha Omkarini, Ma Yan Ruyan, and Wang Shifian. So requesting all of you to be available in the camera as we are about to enter into the power manifestation. Manifesting the powers of third eye. So let's get ready. You can cover your eyes now with the blindfold.
Yes. So let's get ready. Please cover your eyes with the blindfold. Remember Swamiji. Remember your powerful sweet or personal moments with Swamiji. Invoke Swamiji's presence in your Anand Gandha, just below your heart center and above the navel center. Drop all your thoughts, all your worries, all your fears, and just relax. Remember Swamiji and unclutch from all. Unclutch and gently put your attention on the third eye region. Now, start chanting the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Continue chanting the Mahavakya. We'll be projecting the image. So we have projected the image. So now look through your third eye and ask Paramashiva to reveal what is being projected. Let's begin.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham
Yes. So now please relax. Open your eyes. Remove the eye bands and please open your eyes. Now we'll be moving ahead with the verification. Yes. So requesting all the participants, Gora Sarupani and all other participants to please open your eye bands and now please start sharing what was revealed by the third eye. What Swamiji revealed to each one of us. Understand the revelations by the third eye will be unique in every situation and for every person. And this is what makes it actually very exciting also. It is not like how we live our mundane life. Third eye always remains literally mystical, always giving a unique revelation in a unique way. So I hope all of you had a joyful moment entangling with Paramashiva and connecting with Swamiji and manifesting this power. So now, with that same joy, share what was revealed by the third eye. So do not worry about being accurate or having the right answer. Please freely share what was revealed. So we have some sharings coming from some of the participants. Ma Prema Thavasi has shared flowers and fruits. Thank you for sharing, Ma.
Yes, and Ma Anuvane shares blue sky, Shiva statue in the dark stone, Yogi, Adi Yogi, oblong tilak between the eyebrows, Swamiji. Yes, thank you for sharing, Ma. Ma Gurusapni shares cosmic starry sky. Yes, thank you for sharing.
Yes, we'll give a few more minutes for our other participants to also share. Yes. So while other participants are sharing, we'll be moving ahead with the verification. So we have projected the image. This is what was projected. In the meantime, we have one more sharing coming from Nithyananda, who has shared Swamiji sitting in Padmasana in Darshan. color yellow and Swamiji smiling.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for sharing, ma.
So we have projected the image. You can see this image of an extension board with some leaves in the extension board itself, wrapped around with some green, very small plants with the green leaves, and the background is also green. So this is the image that we had projected. So Nithyananda shares flowers, fruits. Yes. So Ma Prem Tavasi shares flowers and fruits. So yes, we don't have flowers or fruits, but we definitely have the plants from where the flowers come. So yes, thank you for sharing, Ma.
Anu Manan had shared blue sky. So we do not have a blue sky, but it's a green background, fully green background. And she has also shared Paramashiva statue in dark stone, Adi Yogi, oblong tilak between eyebrows, Swamiji. Yes. So
yes, so thank you for sharing. And Margaret Supreme shares cosmic starry sky. Some Manachiguna shares Swamiji sitting in Padmasana in Darshan. Yes, thank you for sharing. So yes, and whenever you sit with the intention to manifest the powers, you are manifesting the powers. It doesn't depend whether you're getting the answers correct or not. When you sit with the intention to manifest the powers, you are manifesting the powers. So with this, now we'll be entering into the next revelation by Swamiji. The next revelation is going to be on the feeling connection. As today we are on the last day of the season of Paramashivoham, we'll be ending the day with the feeling connection, so that all of us have that understanding, the click, the experience of the feeling connection. So let's prepare ourselves to listen to Swamiji as Swamiji reveals on this very topic.
Russian scientists Graisna Fozer and Franz Bludorf, you should see their website, really amazing. They have done a lot of research and articles and very powerful discoveries. I am exactly quoting from their research. The human DNA is a biological internet with evidence that DNA can be influenced and reprogrammed by words and frequencies. Understand? The words and frequencies can directly program your DNA. It is biological internet. They call it as biological internet. These Russian scientists reveal that genetic code of 90% of the junk DNA or dormant DNA, which I was revealing that day, as the Jivatman, self in all of you, the part which these people call as a junk DNA or dormant DNA, but I call as Jivatman DNA, self DNA. 90% of the Jivatman DNA follows the rules of human languages. Understand, it's very powerful. I am revealing step by step, then I'll connect it. How it can be applied in our life. The third important revelation. Graisna Fozer and Franz Bludorf compared the rules of syntax, the way in which words are put together to form phrases and sentences, and semantics, study of meaning in language and grammar, and found out that alkalines of our DNA follow a regular grammar and set rules like our language. Always Raghupati Yogi used to tell me, he will teach different yoga for different parts of the body. See, for hands he will give some yoga. For eyes he will give some yoga. For tongue he will give some yoga. For nose he will give some yoga. And the most difficult part to work out is the cheek. Even for that he has some yoga. He will give some yoga. When I ask him, what is the yoga for brain? He will categorically tell, chant Sanskrit. The Sanskrit language, learn Sanskrit language, chant Sanskrit mantras. You should be surprised. How can brain have yoga by Sanskrit? He will insist that I chant the Surya Namaskar mantras during the postures. He will insist that mantra chanting is done. He used to ask, how can mantra have yoga for brain? But now I know. It's true. I can tell you from my experience, whatever is said and done, a person who speaks a decent cultured language naturally behaves, lives, thinks decently and culturally. I am really telling you. Because I wandered length and breadth of India, I have seen all kinds of dialects, people who speak dialects. I have seen Tamil alone, 20 versions. Kongu Tamil and Madurai, Chennai, in Chennai, Kuvam Tamil, and North Arcot district Tamil. In that, there are different languages, Mudaliyar Tamil, Counter Tamil, all kinds of dialects are seen. And in North, the different dialects of Bengali, different dialects of Hindi, I have seen. I tell you, from my experience I can tell you, the language, the standard of language a person speaks directly affects the way in which he thinks, the way in which he acts. It really affects. There may be exemptions, very few, like a person speaking very cultural language and behaving indecently, very rare exemption. But as a nature, it doesn't happen. As a rule, it's a rule. Exemptions does not break the rule, it only enforces the possibility of existence of the rule. Understand, when I say all these candies are sweet, there may be one or two which are not sweet. That does not mean that rule is broken or weakened. Those 2-3 exemptions ensures the existence of the rule. Look in the other side. Look from the other side. All exemptions ensure the existence of the greater possibility of the rule. So maybe 1 or 2 exemptions. But otherwise I can say, the language they speak, the cultural, cultured, clear, syntax, semantics, grammar they use directly affects the alkalines of our DNA. That is why the neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, really does a big transformation. I can tell you. See, NLP is not all. It does not lead to enlightenment, but it surely awakens much more than what you are now. The neuro-linguistic programming surely makes you more alive than what you are now. The next important discovery, truth. scientist Garge J says, our DNA can be reprogrammed by speech when words are modulated on correct carrier and frequencies, again and again and again. The Upanishads are chanted for so many different purposes. Not only your DNA can be altered, I tell you, the Upanishads came from such a high frequency. If a group of people whose DNAs are already altered by this chanting, if they chant, the cosmic DNA can be altered. That is why the chanting and homa brings rain. It brings whatever we need, the natural positive effects. Why do you think such big tsunami did not touch single temple? See, all over, from Kanyakumari to Chennai, at least 2,000 temples are there, which compounds usually gets washed by the wave. At least 2,000. Please understand. From Kanyakumari to Chennai, first of all, let us start with Kanyakumari Devi temple. From that to Chennai Tiruvattriyur, Kashi Vishwanath temple, and Pattinattar Samadhi. At least 2,000 temples are there. Tiruchendur, Thoothukudi, just temples are there. Not a single temple was broken or damaged or disturbed. We may say, no, coincidence. No. If people whose DNAs are altered, reprogrammed by the sounds and mantras and frequencies, if they sit together and create those frequencies and sounds, the cosmos DNA can be reprogrammed. So a space, bit of cosmos, which is reprogrammed by the reprogrammed system of the body of the master, is energy field. Bit of the cosmos, which is reprogrammed by the reprogrammed body of the master, is energy field. That is why just very living in that field reprograms many of our DNA. Next truth. Since the basic structure of DNA and language is of same structure, one can simply use words and sentences of human language of proper frequencies. This proves DNA reacts to spoken words with proper frequencies. It directly, this is my own conclusion. Because of these researches, these researchers directly or indirectly explains and proves how affirmations, hypnosis, words from spiritual masters affect your body and mind directly. This is the power of initiation, the process. Many of you people would have seen the video of people levitating during LEP. If you have attended LEP, you would have seen. I did not do anything. All I did is let your samana be balanced. Let the air energy inside you be balanced. Let whatever happens inside your body happen. That's all. Affirmation, Satya Sankalpa. Nothing else. Satya Sankalpa, over. Immediately, the whole thing fell in place. People started levitating, the raising. Understand? Ordinary sankalpa is gravitation, satya sankalpa is levitation. Sankalpa, ordinary sankalpa means will, words, thoughts created, pulls you down, makes you more heavy. Satya sankalpa makes you levitate. That is why whatever is said and done, when you listen to the great truths directly from Master, it just gets recorded into your DNA, becomes part of your DNA. This is the science why millions come to listen to the Masters, and how the Master's words directly gives experience to people. That's what I call transmission of lamp. Initiation. From a lit fire, only you can light the lamp. How much ever you sit and beg, please, please, why don't you lit yourself? How much ever you play and do any drama, any game, light cannot be lit by itself. Only from the lit fire, it can be lit. Transmission of lamp only can happen. Same way. How much ever you sit and talk in ordinary way? No. Only the reprogrammed DNA can transmit that frequency and right words and reprogram your DNA. That process only I call initiation. So it is very important to know the importance of initiation. If you sit and listen to the truth from an ordinary man who has intellectually memorized it, it is called learning, teaching and learning. If you sit and listen to a man who himself is practicing those truths, he is called Acharya, you are called Shishya. If you sit and listen to those truths, who has experienced it, he is called Guru, you are a Shishya. If you are listening to those truths from a being whose very DNA is programmed, it is called initiation. He is an incarnation, you are a devotee, it is called initiation. This is what exactly I am doing in Inner Awakening. Every session of Inner Awakening is an initiation. Awakening of one DNA. Every session of Inner Awakening. First working on life, means different energy centers. Then working on death, the different energy layers. Then working on koshas, sheets, different energy sheets, energy fields. Then working on the very core of energy. So every session is an initiation into the next step. Your DNA gets reprogrammed for enlightenment. In my life, there is an experience. with a group of Tibetan monks. They made me sit inside the bell. Some 10 monks sit around the bell and rub the bell and go on chanting. I never realized the sound can create pain in your hair holes, in your pore. The bell has small holes through which I can breathe, but all the 10 sides they are sitting and rubbing the bell with a small wooden piece. That vibration created, that sound, within 5 minutes your ear stops listening to that sound. You can't hear it anymore. But every hair pore feels the pain as if a needle is being inserted. And after half an hour the pain also disappears. It becomes like a pleasure. Very strong, deep pleasure. Then they chant the words like, you are deathless, you are painless, you have no hunger, you have no thirst, you have no old age. They chant like this. I now translated in negative way. They don't say you have no old age, they say you are ever young. They say you are always fulfilled. You are immortal. They declare in positive terms. And I was really shocked, because first I thought, what can this do? Maybe a ceremony. I love usually these ceremonies. Anywhere, any ceremony I see, I'll go and sit. Whether it is a shraddha or I will not bother. Whether it is some sannyas ceremony is going on, or some shraddha is going on, some ceremony is going on, I'll go and sit. So I saw some ceremony going on. I asked, will you allow me? They said, are you sannyasi? I said, yes, I left the house long before. Then they put me in that ceremony. I started attending. Then I realized, now I can realize completely, the frequencies and language can reprogram your DNA. I can tell you, still I do not have anything called pain in my body. If you have seen me 10 days before, in Himalayas, 10-15 days before, there was a big wound, at least 4 to 5 inch wound, long, maybe quarter inch depth. There was a bleeding and big wound. It took 5 days for me to realize there was a wound. Something has happened to the hand. Some brahmachari saw and told me. By the time it got healed by itself. Even though body is ordinary body, there is no such thing as pain. Still, it takes so much to push the food inside my system, because there is no such thing as hunger. People have to remind me to drink water continuously, because there is no thirst. The DNA reprogramming. The power of DNA is reprogramming. So your DNA can be reprogrammed by the right words, right chantings, right initiation from the incarnation whose DNA is completely reprogrammed. That is why the words heard from the Master spreads inside you like a fire and makes you experience. Scientist Garja Jayev says, human language did not appear coincidentally, but it is a reflection of our DNA. That is why Kashmir to Kanyakumari, when there was no communication like a telephone, television, telegraph, anything, Sahana Avatu is chanted in same frequency. Go to Kashmir, Shaivites, temples, or Bhavani Mandir, or Vaishnava Devi, and go to Kanyakumari. Kangidevi Bhagavati Mandir. You will see Sahana Bhavatu and Purnamatam being chanted in same tone, same frequency. So the language is not just coincident. It is the reflection of our DNA. So, through this I want you to understand three important truths. One, be aware of the words you use. Second, listen to the great words only from the person who has experienced. Third thing, whenever you listen to the great words on higher frequencies from the person who has experienced, whose DNA is reprogrammed, it becomes your experience. That is what is initiation. The next research, the scientist and researcher Greg Braden gives evidences on how emotions change our DNA. Number one, in case of gratitude, love and appreciation, DNA responded by relaxing and length become longer. Just simple, feeling love. Understand that every day, morning 1 hour when you do Guru Puja, your DNA is relaxed and length becomes longer. Because you are in the mood of gratitude, love and appreciation. 1 hour, DNA becoming longer is too much to live at least 130 years. I am telling you. 1 hour is too much. I tell you, even 21 minutes. 21 minutes of love and appreciation, feeling. That's one cycle. See, one cycle per day. If you keep anything alive, that is more than enough to keep you whole day in that experience. It's like any emotion maintained for a cycle becomes the louder voice in your system, because now morning you sit and more than actually 2 cycles you guys maintain. The Guru Puja is more than the Pratyaksha Pada Puja you do is more than 2 cycles, around 42 minutes. So 2 cycles you are doing. In the 2 cycles, 1 cycle give it as a discount. Some moment maybe you are looking at the flower or looking at the mantra, or 1 or 2 moments you miss. Leave it, it's okay. Even if 1 cycle, if you are able to maintain some feeling, some idea, some concept, that becomes the loudest concept uttered by your mind to your body in the whole day. Because you cannot maintain even the worst hatred or enmity for 1 cycle in a day, even if you try. Or you may have to sit and visualize, see that fellow's picture, remember that incident again and again. Anyhow, you are not going to do that every day. And you won't be able to. So naturally, this gratitude, love and appreciation becomes the loudest information, loudest action, loudest voice of your system. The second research, in case of anger, fear, frustration and stress, DNA is tightened up, DNA becomes shorter and DNA's codes are switched off. Means almost the partial death starts happening in you. The partial death becomes experience in you. So understand, the anger, fear and frustration and stress, even if it happens with the logic and reason, it harms you more than your enemy. As I told you yesterday, develop this habit of abhayam sarvabhudebhyo, nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. You will be a powerful person and warrior, both. The next, the truth. is, this is from a website, Living Light Foundation. Once 12 strands of DNA are activated, emotions, beliefs, behavioral patterns that do not serve our life can be removed and replaced with vibration of love energy. That is what I call you becoming an incarnation. This is what has exactly happened to me at the age of 22, 2000. Year 2000, at the age of 22, this is what has happened to me. All the 12 strands got awakened. All the 12 strands of DNA got activated. So the emotions, beliefs, behavioral patterns that do not serve our life, life's purpose, is removed and replaced with vibrations of love energy. I can call it as vibrations of awareness, bliss energy. Different names you can give. And I realized I am an incarnation and I have a purpose to fulfill. And it is expressive. So understand, this is the science behind how an incarnation feels, acts and lives. There is another one, truth. The balancedexistence.com. This is the another one website which works, which gives information on this DNA science. Scientists experimented the change in emotions changes the shape of DNA. They infer that emotions change our physical DNA, and when we change, the world around us changes. Please understand. Oh God. Emotions change our physical DNA, and when we change, the world around us changes. Again, I always tell people, be blissful, wealth will be attracted towards you. You will attract all the right things, right situations, and right happenings. The world around you will change. The scientists are saying the same thing in different words. So the essence is, let you start practicing the higher human emotions and reprogram your system with higher human existence, in a higher way of existing, with higher reality. You will see your DNA changes, your health improves, your life changes, even the world around you changes completely. So let you all experience this change. Inner awakening is all about giving you the glimpse of this change. You are reprogrammed to the higher reality. All your human emotions are purified, and not only your health becomes strong, you are transformed physically. You learn the science of attracting the right changes around you. Because the Sangha gives you that intelligence. So to experience Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, be in inner awakening. Here is a discovery from dailygalaxy.com, a website. So many scientists contribute to that website. DNA has been found to have a bizarre activity to put itself together even at a distance, when according to known science it should not be able to. I'll explain how the teleporting, telepathy, all these things are possible. It is just because of this truth. DNA has been found to have bizarre ability to put itself together even at a distance, when according to known science it should not be able to. Science is said to catch up with teleporting and telepathy and all that. Scientists Grezna and France found out that DNA can cause patterns in vacuum, producing magnetic wormholes. Please understand, it's a new word, wormholes. Wormholes are tunnels like connections between areas in universe through which DNA attracts bits of information outside time and space and passes them on to our consciousness. It was noted that this information can be passed on between individuals whose DNA is turned on or activated. Let me add my own experience for this. They say, the scientists are saying that DNA can cause patterns in vacuum producing magnetic wormholes. That wormholes can attract bits of information outside time and space. Patanjali again and again says, you don't need to learn just from the five senses, means seeing and hearing. I have an example of Vivekananda. Whatever he expressed in 9 years of his public life, even for you to study, it will take 39 years, his lifetime. This proves solidly, Vivekananda did not receive all information through eyes and ears. You can take my example. Whatever I expressed in last 8 years, even for you to study and understand, it will take at least 33 years. Forget about experiencing and expressing, just to study. Very clearly you can see, logically you can see very clearly, objectively you can see, this much of information cannot get into the system through ears and seeing or any other education method within last 33 years, even if I was studying all 33 years, 24 hours. Then how did these informations get into the system and comes out? This is the secret. DNA can create magnetic wormholes which receives bits.
Yes, beautiful revelations by Swamiji. And with this, we have come to the conclusion of this season of Paramashivoham program as well. And of course, the program will be going on. Tomorrow we'll be starting the glimpses of the Paramashivoham, which is having the glimpse of the Paramashivoham program itself. And the next season of PSM will be starting from the 1st of September. So it has been a wonderful season with all of you. Let's bring our hands in Namaskar Mudra as we close the day with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhavashri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you everyone. Make sure you're joining tomorrow if you're for the glimpses as well. Thank you, Nithyanandam.
Established since 2002 in the United States of America,